Hello dear learners, now we will study the resolution of forces by R.R. Vardhaman. We will study learning outcomes. So students shall be able to understand what is resolution, resolve force into rectangular components, direction of components, and solve a problem on rectangular resolution. So what are the basics we should know? So here in the right angle triangle, we should know the sine theta is the ratio of opposite side to the hypotenuse and cos theta is the ratio of adjacent side to the hypotenuse. Now we will study the resolution. So the resolution, it is the splitting of the given force such that the split forces will have the same effect as that of original force. Now here we will see this is the block and this is the 300 Newton force. If the force is applied, the block will move. And what will happen if we divide this 300 Newton force into two parallel components of 150 Newton? The effect will remain same. Now here these are the two components of 300 Newton. Similarly, we will study another force which is acting at an angle of theta on block and what will be the effect. So here the effect is same as the movement, but movement or distance is less. So now why this has happened? Now we will see here the two components Fx and Fy of force 300 newtons are there, and from this we will see only one force is responsible for the motion, that is horizontal force Fx, and the another force Fy, it is having no part in the moving this block. Now let's study the types of resolution of forces along rectangular, sometimes it is called as perpendicular orthogonal resolution. Second, non-perpendicular resolution. And third, it is parallel resolution. Now we'll study here rectangular resolution, and it is a splitting of force into two components which are perpendicular to each other. So here let us consider force P making at an angle of theta with respect to x-axis. Now let us draw parallel lines to the x-axis as well as y-axis to form a rectangle OABC. Now here in this rectangle we have to consider again the components of the force P, Px and Py along x as well as y direction. Now consider this triangle OAB, and here in this triangle we will consider first of all cos theta, it is adjacent side to the hypotenuse, and we know adjacent side it is Px and hypotenuse is P, and hence we can calculate the Px value, that is P into cos theta. Now similarly we will consider sin theta. So sin theta, it is the ratio of opposite side to the hypotenuse, and it is Py by P, and hence we can get the value of Py as P sin theta. Now we know that if the angle is made with the x-axis, then x component will be cos theta and opposite component or other component will be sin theta. And vice versa, if angle is made with respect to y-axis, then y component will be cos theta and other component will be sin theta. Now we will consider one problem. So a force of 800 Newton is exerted on a bolt as shown in figure. Determine the horizontal and vertical components of the force. Here we will see this figure of 800 Newton force acting at this bolt as shown. Now how to solve this? We have to calculate the horizontal and vertical components. So first of all here we will see what are the given values. 800 Newton is the given force. Fx and Fy we have to calculate. Now let's show x and y axis. Now here these are the x and y axis. So this force is making angle 60 degree with the horizontal, and we have to calculate fx and fy. So let us consider the fx and fy are the components of the 800 Newton force along y direction as well as in x direction. Now we have to calculate these components. So as we know, fx will be f cos theta. So putting the values, it will be minus 800 cos 60 and answer is minus 400 Newton. So we can replace this 400 Newton with the 400 Newton and we will give the direction towards the left. Now the next we have to calculate the component Fy, and Fy is nothing but F sin theta. We can put the values, that is 800 sin 60, and we will get the answer as 692.82 Newton. And we can show the direction of this force, it is in upward direction. As we know, we have calculated Fx and Fy, both the components of this 800 Newton force, and shown over here with the direction. Once the direction is shown, then there is no need to give sign, negative sign. And here we have to decide, we can decide the directions of the components in which quadrant the force lies, or by simply observing the force, we can say the one component will be in upward direction and one component will be in leftward direction. We will study this summary. Now the first one we have studied resolution, that is dividing force into components, and the next one it is finding out the components with these formulas. Then the next one, the direction of force also we have shown, and the last one we have solved the problems by using this theory. Thank you.